Hi beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Janine, also known as Stella through my Instagram and now YouTube channel. I have my foundation routine here today. This is when I want to go full face glams. Just so you know, I do have combination skin, which is a little bit of dry, a little bit of oily. It all depends on the day, but I live in Florida, so it's really humid here. So for me, you will see that I don't bake like many people do, so I will show you guys how I do that. One of the main things that I like to do is mix high-end with drugstore. I don't always go for a specific brand when it comes to foundation. I do like to try a lot of different ones out. So in this video, you'll get to see a little bit of what I use and how I use it. And just a little heads up, the eyeshadow that I have on today is from my Ulta haul. I did use the Juvia's Place and the Jaclyn Hill palette to achieve this beautiful fall look. So stay tuned, I can't wait for you guys to see this. So now I'm gonna get right into the foundation routine. The first thing that I do is obviously moisturize with my CeraVe. I just use one little pump of this, put it all over my face so that my face is very, very hydrated. And then next, I use the MAC Pep and Prime. I spray it all over. I mean, this is called Prep and Prime. So even though I also use it as a setting spray, I do like to start my face with this. I feel like it makes my foundation just look so much better. So I just go ahead and spray, wait for it to set, and then I go in with my foundation. My favorite foundation at the moment is the COVERGIRL Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I am number 725, and I love this one because it's buildable, and if you want to just put one layer, then you look, you know, it just evens everything out really good for me, and it's also really hydrating. So this has been in my makeup collection for quite a minute now. So what I do is I literally, okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, take two. So I actually had to change my shirt because it fell all over and it wouldn't come out. But anyway, so I just go like this, do a couple of sections. Ooh, that's a little much. And then I have this brush from Real Techniques. It's legit like a paintbrush. And I just like, kind of just spread it out as much as possible, because then I go in with that Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I like to use that because I love the finish that it gives, but I like to use this first because I feel like sometimes those little beauty blenders, they will literally just suck up all the product. So by doing this first, I ensure that it gets all over without sucking up so much product. So obviously make sure you go down to your neck. I'm trying to protect the eyeshadow here. So anyway, so here's that little beauty blender that I told you guys about. If I need to, I'll add a little bit more, but let's see what it looks like beforehand. Because after this is the concealer going in here, and just light touches. Try not to go too hard, because these little things, even though they're wet and moisturized, they take off a lot of product, but the finish is like no other, so that is why I use it. And I always try to go on a downward motion. If you have like a little bit of fuzz on your face, don't do anything up, just because it's just gonna make those little fragments of foundation or powder literally stick to the hair, and like it gives you like a dusty look, so you don't want that. So next I go on to my favorite concealer. It's the Shape Tape by Tarte. I am a light medium. I've been told I should use a lighter, but I don't like to look like I have raccoon eyes, so I feel like this is the perfect combo for where my skin is right now. So I will show you what I do. So I go like this, and I literally do what my husband calls like the tribal look, and I will go ahead on the other side, and I try to go all the way up, and I get my like the little corners of my nose, and then right here, because as I mentioned, the little red capillaries, and a little bit, let me grab some more. And sometimes I'll even do here just to make sure that my brows look extra on point. a little bit down the nose, a little bit here for my redness because I get red. I'll grab like a flat brush just to make sure that I don't get any of that foundation. And when I go back in with the beauty blender, it's a little bit easier blended in. Get in here as I mentioned because the girl is veiny. And I literally just kind of paint it out. Later, make sure you get your hair because you don't want no foundation in your hair. And I do this to ensure that when that beauty blender goes in, it looks as smooth as possible. So again, I'm going to wet it with some of that rose water and dive in. You know what I forgot? Which isn't always essential, but if you have like big pores and you want to make sure that they look little, POREfessionals. This one is good, but I forgot it today. But sometimes I'll just put it in these areas right here and call it a day. I don't bake like a lot of people that I've seen bake. I like this little brush here. It comes with an angle because I feel like it just gets in these areas the best. And I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And what I do is I don't let it sit. I literally pack it into my skin. So this is what I use. I give it a little love tap, maybe a little bit more, right? And then you're gonna do an upward motion where you literally just pack it in there on that area that you put your concealer. And the reason for that is because once you go back with your setting spray, which again for me will be that MAC Prep and Prime, it melts into your skin and it won't go anywhere. And I'm going to go ahead and pack this little baby on my nose as well. But that'll be like an instant brush off because I don't need all that right here. So I'm not done. Obviously I need to contour a little bit, give myself some color, but I just wanted to show you guys how I did this little part right here because honestly, this makes the biggest difference out of everything. Like making sure, and I feel like when I bake, it makes my skin, like in pictures, look like I baked. So I kind of just avoid that, and by packing it in with a very thin layer of the translucent powder, it just makes sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So that's probably why it looks so much better. I don't know, but anyway, let's get into the contouring part. I don't go heavy with the contour. I'm already pretty chiseled, so I mean, if I want to look a couple pounds thinner, I guess this will do the job. So I have this old ass Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I've had it for so long, but it honestly, like a little bit goes a long way. So that's why I love it so much. I've really used this one right here. As you can tell, I haven't really used this one, and rarely have I used this one. This is more of like a gray tone, and this one's maybe just too deep for me. So I go in with this right here, give it a little love tap, and do the thing, you know? Do that. And so difference from side B to A or A to B, whatever, but instantly just warms everything up. And I'll go again right here. And since I have a small forehead, I can't contour my forehead that much because then it really looks like it's this little. So I literally just do a little bit there, and I just brush it out into my hairline so it doesn't look too bad, or like it doesn't look like it's not colored-ish. And then again with the other side here. And everything I do with a very light hand. Oh, I forgot my nose. And I'll just go in with a little bit of what's left on that brush from where I did my cheeks, and I'll pinch it, and I'll literally just do that. And if I need to brush it out, I brush it out, but I don't want my nose to look like so next, I go in with the beautiful blush. And like I said, I mixed it in. I have like a flat brush here, and I literally just I do that upward motion again, because, and upward but down as you're blending it out. And here you can see the difference from one side to the other. And like I said, today's face is full face glam, so you know, this is definitely not an everyday look. So again, with that upward motion, but also going down. So instead of baking, I'll go in with my powder, and I'll get those little areas that I didn't. If I notice that my blush looks like too intense, I don't like it to look super intense, so I'll go in with a little bit of like regular powder and kind of just like brush it out so everything looks a little bit more melted into your skin. Or if like that contour is like too heavy, just go in with your regular face powder and just, you know, make it look better. Another thing that I didn't do yet was my under eye mascara. I like to do that last, because when you finish with the setting spray and you have that mascara on, it gets all over the bottom of your eye, and it just ruins your concealer and that whole powder process. So I do that last. And I feel like that's made such a difference, because you don't have to go back in with a little, what are things called? Ear cleaner thing? Anyway, so next step, favorite step, almost done, is the highlight. So I bought this little palette forever ago, the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator palette. It comes with many different colors, but as you can see, I am digging the Gilded Honey. I love this one. If I don't use this one, I use an Ofra one, but for the video, I'm gonna use this one. And I bought this brush in that Ulta haul video. I hate it. I don't use it. So that's a solid no for me. But I have had this little fluffy brush here, and I just kind of just dig that in and just light-handedly. I literally go like that. So, and I'll add some here, and of course my nose. You see how I just did like a little bit there, skip this part right here, and I just did the top? That gives it that little look. That's why I don't contour so much. And a little bit over my lip. And again on my cheekbones. With that upward, downward motion, if that makes any sense to anybody, but it makes sense to me. Alright, y'all. Party's almost done. So, almost done. Going with this. So we're gonna let that set. Now I'm gonna go in with the mascara for the bottom. So I'll be right back. So there you have it. That is my full glam foundation routine. Again, not the one that I do every day. A girl has nowhere to go, so I'm about to wipe this off. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe. And if there's another kind of video that you'd like to see, please let me know in a comment below. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.